Good morning. Behind me is the sunrise. I just came from the beach on my morning walk, and it's been a little while since I've posted a video here on the Simplifier page, and just want to give you a brief update and hopefully give you some inspiration and motivation after me and my daughter were in a car accident, a severe car accident on Easter morning when I was bringing her to the airport pre-sunrise on the highway, 95 North heading to West Palm International Airport. And there was a Toyota Tacoma parked in the highway that we didn't see. Morning. And we struck it at 65 miles per hour, totally unseen, and we walked away miraculously. We accepted gratefully and thankfully that Easter miracle on that morning, and we walked away alive and mostly unharmed. Minimal damage, to say the least. And that leads me to life has these built-in challenges, and I would say that if you reflect on your life, if I reflect on mine and friends and family, it's like life has this way of injecting challenges to us, almost to where the title of this post was, "Life would be boring without challenges." So my hypothesis is as long as we're above ground, there's going to be continual challenges. I've narrowed them down to generally they will fall into several categories. One, health with you or your friends or family. Some health issue will be there. Relationship, there will be some relationship issues, either with yourself and your personal interactions or those around you, close to you. And or financial, there will be financial challenges. And if none of those are going on right now, soon one will be injected somehow, some way, some form, some fashion. And this, I'm not saying that in a negative way. That's just as long as we're above ground, there's going to be challenges. It's like we thrive on problem solving. We thrive on, how can we fix this? How can we remedy this? How can we get through this? That's what brings the best out of us in many cases. And so if you're going through one, join the club. If you're going through two, you got a health issue and a relationship issue. That's not uncommon either. And every once in a while, there's the trifecta where you get a health challenge, a relationship challenge, and a financial challenge all at once. And it's funny, I say this just to put some levity on this thing we call life, this game of life. And guess what? If you're still here above ground, you're doing all right? Because I look back on my life, there's a lot of things and a lot of circumstances within my control and outside my control that could have taken me out of this game. Yet we're still here. I'm here, you're here. So the key is, where do we want to go next? So wherever you are when you cross paths with this video, ask yourself, where are you right now? What's the starting point? As if you're calling an Uber for your future. What's the starting point for your life? You're not getting run over by this car here. And what's the starting point for your health, for your relationships and your finances? And where do you want to end? Didn't get hit. That's good. Right. It's dangerous out here on the streets. So anyhow, where are you right now in your health? And where would you like to be? Whatever that current situation is, I've done it. I'm sure you've done it, and friends and family have done it, where you don't see them for a few weeks. And you're like, holy crap, what'd you do? You're fit. Like not saying you were, a total mess a while ago, but what have you been doing? Well, I decided to make a change. You, me, everyone on this planet can decide to make a change. Whatever your starting point is, it's your unique journey. You can say, you know what? I feel it's time to begin a health journey. It's time to be a better, healthier version of me. And when I take those steps, what I found at least, while I've gone on health journeys many, many times, it brings the best out of me, right? Because you set a goal, you're progressively taking action towards it, and you see the results, and very quickly. So one example, I went from 196 pounds, looking in the mirror, like, who the heck is this person that I don't recognize? And that's just my body frame. I grew up a wrestler, so I was always thin. To in 2 months, getting down to 168 pounds, ripped. And I've done it several times. And it's not that difficult, but it begins with a choice. So that may be the time right now for you to decide, it's time for me to be the healthier version of myself, and watch how that impacts positively every other area of your life. And or relationships. You know what? It's time for me to start investing time, energy, and effort into these key relationships, because I deserve better and they deserve better. And whatever we give attention to grows. And if I've been neglecting this relationship, I'm going to suffer and they're going to suffer. I don't want that. I want this better version. So I'm going to put time, energy, effort into this. And the first place is to help improve relationships, is to improve the relationship with you and yourself. The better you have the relationship with yourself, the more it will help you have better relationships with others. And finances, that's the other one. Like, okay, where am I right now? Good, bad, ugly, and where do I want to be? And guess what? I've had to restart many times where life was good and then all of a sudden a carpet got pulled out for one reason or another and had to restart more times than I would want. So regardless of where you are, that's okay. It's your starting point. There's no good, there's no bad, there's no judgment. Where are you and where are you looking to go? And obviously if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. So now might be the time to say, you know what? I deserve to say enough is enough. I'm going to put my foot down. I'm going to start making some changes. I'm going to change my actions, which are going to change my results. And very quickly, just like I shared the example of the health one, going from 196 pounds to 168 pounds in 2 months by giving it attention, there's been times when I had to start over financially where it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. And in finances, as Jim Rohn says, it doesn't stop at zero. You can go way below zero nowadays. And so you look at that and you're like, how is this going to change? Well, I don't know, but I'm going to start making some changes and I'm going to take some action. And very quickly, similar to how the weight loss happened in 2 months, with the proper attention, in a couple months, you can go from a really terrible situation to getting yourself back on your feet financially with the proper plan, with the proper execution, with the proper commitment and consistency. So anyhow, I'm here just to help you remind yourself that this game of life, there's something built in where as long as we're above ground, there's going to be challenges. And yes, some of those challenges, at least in my life, were self-inflicted. Many of them were self-inflicted. But there's also some that can just come out of nowhere, total surprises, whether that's health, whether that's relationship, whether that's financial, for you or for those close to you. And that's just how life is. So when we recognize it, instead of going down the path of, oh man, how could this happen? It's terrible. Why stuff like this always happen? Just like, hey, look, that's part of this game. And there's that quote that says something along the lines like, God doesn't give us challenges that we can't handle. And if you're like me, sometimes you're like, hey, God, I think I appreciate you thinking highly of me, but this one might be out of my league. I've been there, and you probably have as well. But that's my belief that we can handle it. If we have a self-regulating there's this thing that won't give us problems we can't handle, even the ones that we think we can handle. And then we can't handle. Then there's a quote that really pulls me through some difficult times, and it's not happy to hear when you're going through challenging times, but it is true when I reflect on my life, and it may be true for you. And that quote is from Napoleon Hill, which says, every adversity carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. Once again, every adversity carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. So the bigger the adversity, the bigger the benefit waiting for you in due time. So you just have to continue taking one step after the next and watch how that can be true for you as well. And then obviously the other one, this too shall pass. So the key is expect challenges and don't let them get you down. Just like, oh man, I didn't see that one coming. Okay, well, here's where I am. Here's where I want to go. Does the plan change with this new challenge that has arisen, or do I continue on the path that I've been on? And that's up to you to discern in the moment whether or not this new challenge is worthy of readjusting the plan or just continuing on with the plan as normal. Morning. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Life would be absolutely boring without challenges. Embrace them, expect them, and just like in a game, whether it's Monopoly, whether it's, Mario Kart, there's the next level. Like Mario Kart's a good example. You may be a master of level 1, and then when you get to level 2, it takes you a little while to figure it out. And you're like, okay, these new challenges had me perplexed, had me not doing so well, but I finally figured it out. Now I'm mastering level 2. Now I'm in level 3. Holy crap, there's a whole new set of challenges. Think of life like that. And guess what? The challenges I'm going through and you're going through right now, you couldn't handle 10 years ago. We grow into the larger problems. So you've got this one step at a time with clarity on where you're going, with consistency, and with that commitment of making that choice. You can get there one step at a time. So you got this. Make today great. Keep me posted on your progress. Bye for now. Oh, forgot. Go to tombeal.com for more inspiring videos. tombeal.com will bring you to my YouTube channel. Subscribe while there, and go check out the few hundred videos that are there already. All right, bye for now. Make today great.